community, I will say that a lot of people don't take profit. They just wait. And then suddenly the huge bag that they had that goes to zero. And then they're like, oh man, I should have taken profit. That's not how the rich do it when it comes to anything that they invest. Okay. So let's start in. Hey familia, is your girl, Mari Cruz, known as the Crypto Rican Insurance Queen, but now also formerly known as Crypto Rican Queen, now is Crypto Rican Insurance Queen. And today we're about to have a real talk. So if you make money in crypto, heck, or stocks, or you have money sitting in a bank or an all insurance policy, this is for you. I'm coming live from Texas. And today we're going to talk about how to lock in profits, avoid losing your gains, and protect your family at the same time. Because at the end of the day, if you made all the profit in crypto and then something happens to you, was that worth it then? If your family doesn't even know how to use crypto, right? So if you made profits in crypto, if you ever lost, question, have you made a profit in crypto? If you make profit in crypto, put an emoji, a happy emoji. Happy, what are the happy emojis, guys? And tap the screen and share the live, please, please, please. Wherever you are, because I'm in like live right now in 5 places. Okay. Yes, no, nobody has ever made money in crypto. I mean, I know there's people that have made money in crypto. Okay. Have you ever lost money in the markets? Have you ever lost money in the markets? If you did, just put a sad face. Man, just so quiet. So I don't know, maybe you guys haven't made money, you guys haven't lost money. You guys want me to talk to you about how to log gains if you don't have any of that? Oh, and somebody mentioned here something. Hey, Papa, Alfonso, I'm seeing you. Yes, bro. Okay, there you go. I didn't see you because I'm sorry, guys. Just so you know, I'm live in 5 places, and so I'm trying to just keep it all together because it's like crazy. But Alfonso says yes. Okay, so question. Did you take profit? And nice to see you, bro. Did you take profit? You guys that make money in crypto, did you take profit? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, so when you take profit, what happens, guys? That's the other thing. Let's talk about that. The truth that nobody wants to talk about. When you take profit, what happens? It's a tax what? It's a tax what, guys? When you take profit, it's called a tax event. So if you only take profit, if you make money in crypto and you only take profit, and you don't do anything with the profit that you're taking to grow it, every time you take profit, you lose more money than gain money. That's what I want you guys to understand. Okay. Let me go back here. So that's that thing that I just said. Does that hurt in your in the gut of your stomach? Because that's important, right? Because every year, April 15, what happens? Who do we have to pay? We have to pay the piper, Uncle Sam, in April 15. Every April 15, they ask us to pay our taxes, right? So it's not only taking profit in your crypto, it's taking, or stocks or whatever you have, it's taking profit in a way that profit will grow. Does that make sense, guys? And I like people to answer me back because I don't want to have a soliloquy or a monologue, please tap the screen and share the live, okay? Yes, if you have any questions, let me know, okay? Like I said, it might take a little time because I am in 5 different places right now, live streaming, okay? Okay, so the other thing is that everyone tells you to hodl, right? So what happens when you don't take profit? What happens when you hodl so hard and you don't take profit? And we go from a bullish coin, let's say just bullish, not a bullish, let's just say bullish crypto, from bullish to bearish. What happens? Is it good for you if you hold to the point that the $150,000 that you make in that meme coin suddenly drops to 0? How many times that happened to you guys? That you put money in a crypto coin and you were really high and you're like, oh, it's going to get higher. It's going to get higher to the moon and beyond. And then suddenly it was a rug pull. It was a Ponzi. And then suddenly you have 0 money. How many times that happened to you? Because it happened to me. So I'm talking not only about what I've seen other crypto bros and crypto sis happen to them, but to me, because I'm a crypto bro. And I say a crypto bro because I've been in this space so long, I feel like crypto sis doesn't completely explain who I am. But I'm a woman, just so you know. Anyway, so you get what I'm saying? Not good. That's not good, guys. Okay? So let's keep talking, okay? So again, real story. I knew a guy who turned 10,000 into 150K and back into 20K because he didn't protect it. That's why we take smart profit. And smart profit doesn't just go to cash. It goes into an asset that grows tax-free. So the next time that you make money, right? So the next time that you make money, you don't leave 20 to 40% to Uncle Sam. Does that make sense? So that's what I want you to think about. Okay? Let's keep talking. So the other thing is that there's something better than just holding. And I told you why it's not good to hodl alone, because a lot of the times the profit that you have that is unrealized profit is not locked in. If you could have a way of locking in your profit somewhere else, would you do it or not? Yes or no? Would you do it? Yes or no? Okay, let me give you a very, very cool example so that maybe you can understand what I'm trying to say, because it seems like to me, I don't know, like you guys don't know what I'm trying to say. And tap the screen and share the live. I don't have to be here. I can be doing something else. Give me a second. I'm waiting, guys. I need some engagement. Anyway, so I'm going to give you the knowledge anyway, because you're still here. Although you're not engaging, a lot of you might be just driving, okay? So I get that. Anyway, So an index, and this I heard this the other day in one of my trainings. An index universal life policy is like being at a blackjack table in a casino. Who plays blackjack? Anybody here plays blackjack? Where are my blackjack people? Where are my blackjack players? Anybody? Plays blackjack? Goes to the casino? Playing the slots? Yeah? No? Okay, so it's an IUL is an index universal life, okay? Index universal life is a type of permanent policy in insurance, just so you know. So we're talking about taking profits, whatever you have them, being crypto, being stocks, being from your business or whatever, right? So again, an index universal life, which is an insurance policy, life insurance policy, is like being in a blackjack table in a casino where you get to play every hand. You win when the market dealer wins, but when the market dealer busts, you don't lose anything. So instead of losing your chips, the house just say, no worries, you stay where you're at. Come back next round. So basically, every time the market goes up, your account wins and locks in those gains. But if the market crashes, you just sit that round out. No losses. It's like having a cheat code in Vegas, all upside, no downside. That's what a IUL, an index universal life insurance, does for you when you put money in there. So that's what I'm saying. You make money in crypto. I've been making money in crypto since 2021. And I have a diversified portfolio. I don't leave all my stuff in crypto, right? I bought real estate, gold, silver, insurance. So, and that's exactly what the rich do. They diversify. They put a lot of money in insurance. You know that the banks do the same? The banks put a lot of money in insurance, again, because they can. And they're using your money to make money off of you, and you don't get anything. So, right? So let's keep talking about this. So basically, you are in a casino, you're playing blackjack, and you never lose. Even when you lose, you don't lose. You don't lose money. It's locked in. Your gains are locked in. And if crypto was like that, it would be great. But that's not how crypto is. It goes up, it goes down. Someday might be here, that coin. Another day might not be here, okay? Okay, so the next thing is that, like I said, the rich hold in insurance. And this tool that the wealthy use, like I said, is index universal life insurance. So what is an index? So basically, when you're putting money in this pot, it grows with the market, the S&P 500, etc. There's no downside. Even if the market crashes, there's no downside. It grows, locks, the growth locks in every year. No taxes on growth or loans because it's a life insurance, it's a tax haven. It includes life insurance to protect your family. So, question. If all you do is make money and you don't protect it, you don't get it out of the crypto space. You know how many times people die? And you know what happens? All the crypto, all the money that they invested in crypto is lost because if the other person, the spouse or the children don't know how to deal with it, or the person didn't have immaculate records on where is everything and how do you get in there, because the majority of people are not in crypto. It's only 6% of people in crypto. Think about that. Around the world, only 6% of people in crypto, which means the majority of people are not in crypto. So it happens so many times. People die, and the money that they put and all the work that the hard work that they did is just goes to a hole. Another reason why taking profit and put it in a vehicle that people understand. Because you know what happens if something happens to you and you have an IUL? A week later, your family member has a check. Boom. They don't have to wonder, oh, how do I get the check? Oh, what? No, they get a check. Your beneficiary gets a check. Think about that. Another thing, now that I'm thinking, I'm getting a lot of different interesting things. Also, example, because a lot of people use insurance to cover their house, right? So how many people here have a house that you own? Any house owners here? Yes, no? Nobody owns a house? So basically, a house, the way that you can connect your IUL to the house is to basically get a death benefit for the amount of the house. Or let's say that you have all your debt is $500,000, right? That's an example. And you have a death benefit of $1 million, so that whenever you die, all the debt is paid, right? And then the other 500,000 then goes to your beneficiaries. So that's an example of the things that the rich do. And we also deal with living trust, because the other problem is when somebody dies, what happens? It goes to probate, where the state has to check every debt, everything that you own, that you owe, so that they basically, and it takes a long time and it's very complicated. But living trust is another thing, another vehicle that the rich do use, so that they can actually protect their assets from the government. Okay. So let's go back to the taking profit thing that I was saying, going back again in targeting again IULs, Index Universal Life, growth with the market, S&P, no downside even if the market crashes, growth locks in every year, no taxes on growth or loans, includes life insurance to protect your family. So basically, if you have, let me just show you something. Let me just show you a quote that I did from a client. Okay, I'm going to show you a quote for a client, so you can understand how this goes, because at the end of the day, sometimes just like it's not the same explaining something than seeing it. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to show you this, guys, because that just there alone, I was like, dang. And this is the secret that the rich don't want people to know. Okay, let me just show you the baby one, because you can actually insure a baby. And let me go here to a place where you only see here. There. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. I cannot share my screen here. If you guys want to see what I'm showing, is in YouTube. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm in YouTube. I'm on X. I'm on LinkedIn. I can't show. Well, actually, I can actually just turn it around. Give me a second, guys. So I'm going to show you what I mean. And I just showing you right now a quote for a baby. She's just less than a year. Okay. And I'll switch it so you guys can see. Okay. And this is what I do. I send quotes to people, and then people get insurance. I no sorry. No obligation. Okay. And let me just move this here because I'm trying to show everything everywhere. So basically, this is a kid that is less than a year. Okay. So the give me a second. The benefit is $50,000 because it's a kid. The premium, what they pay monthly, is $31. So $31 multiplied by 12 is 372, right? And so 372 multiplied by 10 years, that's 3,720, right? That means that the parents will pay this every year, and that's 10. So she's now 10, remember? Now she's 10 years old. Think about this. She's 10 years old. And she already has some cash value on her policy. because as you pay your policy, you start accumulating cash. So this is the cash value that the baby has. And now that's the death benefit in case something happens to her. We go back and we switch. We jump to when she's 20. Now she's 20. And the parents have paid $7,440. I bet that after here, they're going to be like, oh, you keep paying the policy. So now $7,440. The cash value now is superseded what they have paid. Because logically, if they put 7,440, right? Now the cash value is $8,638, and the death benefit is $58,638. Oh, let's just jump when she's 30. That's the payments that they have done, because now the baby is paying her own policy. The cash value, $19,869, and the death benefit. So think about this. Here, you see the difference between here, the investment, and now what the cash value that the person can pull? Because she could pull this. She wants to pull $10,000. She could. It's a policy loan, and you don't pay any taxes. Okay? So what do you guys think? So you guys understand what I'm saying, that at the end of the day, is where you put your money and what you do your money to take profit or not, to see if that is going to grow or not. Right? So that's what I want you to think about. Okay? And if I keep showing this, right? And I go to when the baby is 65 years old. Okay? Now the baby's cash value at 65 years old is $234,000. Almost actually over $250,000. And the death benefit is $285,000. That's how a baby can be a six-figure incomer in the future. And if we get in to say, oh, the baby turns 100 years old, the cash value for the policy then, because some of us women, like, we actually what do you call it? We actually live longer. $2,317,000 of death of cash value and $2,367,000 of death benefit. That's what we call the $1 million baby. So what do you guys think? Because you guys are not saying anything. I mean, you guys are quiet there. Lobo and Rosario. Recuerden que hablo español también. I'll have to do this in Spanish. Anyway, so let me keep talking about the IUL. So again, if you have crypto, protect your bag, because crypto is a fast lane, but fast money needs safe parking. Crypto is a fast train that if you don't take profit, what happens to some trains sometimes? They get out of the tracks and crash. That's what I want you to think. Now, insurance is not a bullet train going to nowhere. No, insurance is a safety net. So when you're up big, you pull profits and diversify. Why cash out to a bank when you can put those profits into something that still grows and protects you and your family at the same time? So let's give another example. So you pull 50K from ETH and you put that 50K into an IUL. Now it grows at a 7 to 10% average. No risk of going back to 10K. Still accessible if you need it via loans. A reminder, If you die today, your IUL pays out tax-free to your family. Because crypto, every time you take profit, is a taxable event. You're going to pay the piper. IUL's insurance is not. So for those of you that don't have any crypto, because I still need to talk to you too, if you don't have crypto, listen close. If you have an alternate policy or some work coverage, that might not be enough. Why? Does everything go up or does everything go down in the economy? When you go to the store, are things going down or the prices, or they're going up? Anybody? Usually they're what? They go up, and it's called inflation. And inflation is real. Wages stay the same. Insurance from 10 years ago, probably garbage now. Well, it's not garbage, but you know what I mean. The point is this: you might have a term insurance and you've been putting money in a hole because term insurance doesn't accumulate cash value. It only pays the death benefit. If you have a term insurance for 20, 30 years and you die, yeah, your family is taken care of for the money. But if you don't die, the money that you put in the premiums, you can't get it back. You cannot get it back. So remember, IULs, Index Universal Life, isn't just for crypto profits. It's for any money just sitting around doing nothing. Okay? So if you're interested in a review, again, no obligation. If you have an all life insurance, I'll do a free policy review, preferably for Texas and Florida, unless you're in the other states that have reciprocity with Texas. Okay, so you guys that have been listening for a while, can you tell me what is an IUL? What is an IUL? I explain it. Hey, Taryn, how you doing? And where you coming from, Taryn? Taryn, where you coming from? Texas. Are you in Texas? Says Texas. I don't know. Hi. Thank you for saying hi, because nobody's, I feel like I'm talking here to myself. Nobody's talking back, and it's just very, very lonely. You're in Texas too. Can you come up? Did you hear, do you hear anything that I just said? Can you, I'll invite you. If you can't come up, you can't come up, but I get it. There you go.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Taryn?
Good, how are you?
Good. I think we talked before. I feel like I seen you before.
Yes, with crypto, XRP.
Okay, that's why. But did you hear anything that I was saying? Or do I need to go back on what I said?
I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry.
Let's go and rewind it. We can do that. So basically, this is the summary of what I'm saying is basically, you can make all the money in crypto, but if you don't take profit, bad. When you take profit, bad, because 20 to 40% you have to pay to Uncle Sam. But if you take the profit and put it in a vehicle like an IUL, right, which is an Index Universal Life, which has growth with the market, like S&P 500, it has no downside, even if the market crashes. The growth is locked in every year, no taxes on growth or policy loans, and includes life insurance to protect your family. Then your money grows and you're not stuck in this forever tax loop. So that's what I was talking about.
Ah, okay.
Because if you're making money and nobody else, because there's only 6% in crypto in the world, and nobody else in your family does crypto, and you die, a lot of the times the money is lost. Plus, a lot of the times the coins go to zero. And we got bear markets and the bull markets, right? So when the market goes up in that coin that you bought and your investment goes up, taking profit and put it in somewhere that's going to grow makes sense. And that's what an Index Universal Life does.
I saw your video. I scrolled past it. I watched it with life insurance in Texas, and one of the companies you mentioned, I have a policy for my son on.
I don't. Yeah, you're talking about Pride.
Yes.
Okay, and the policy that you have is a term, right?
Yes.
No, girl, because again, let me show you this. This is what this is a baby, a quote for a baby that I was showing. This is since you're here. Let me show you this so you can see. And they're only paying $31 for premium, so it's not expensive. Okay, let me show you this so you can see why I don't usually tell. Okay, so this is a yeah, am I in the right place? Okay, here. This is a baby, okay?
Okay.
So $31 a premium, which is $372 a year. A year, okay? Starts with a benefit of $50,000. In 10 years, cash value $2,877, and the death benefit of $52,877. Let's jump to 21. She's 21 now. The parents have paid 37440. So by then it's like, oh, now you take over the policy, right? That's what anyway. So 7440 cash value now is higher, 8,638, in the policy death benefit is that. Go back to 60. Let's go to 65 now. The baby is a senior. 372 the premium, right? 5,000. Oh no, let me go back here. Now the cash value of the premium is 234,6039, and the benefit is $285,000.
Oh, good Lord.
So that's the difference between a policy that is going to grow your money and term insurance that is just eating your money. Because if the person that is covered doesn't die in the term, you lost your money. And $31 is pretty cheap, right?
Exactly. Does the premium go up as they age, though?
No, ma'am. It locks it in. That's why you want to get them early.
Oh, Lord.
That's okay. No. But how old is your?
I'm 29 and 19.
They're still young. They're still young. So what I do is that I meet with the person that is gonna, because I got my grandbaby. My granddaughter's 3. Everybody in my house is I need, but one, I had to actually put an insurance on my 27-year-old. I have a 27 and 29. 29 has it. 27 doesn't have it. So I mean, kind of like in the same thing, because he's a single father. So if something happens to him, you know what I mean. So what I do is just meet with the person. I give him different quotes on depending on what you can pay or whatever, and how much coverage you want, and then you decide. But again, term insurance is okay if you have no money at all. But I can tell you here, give me a second. Let me give you a quote for 27-year-olds since we're here anyway. 29. Okay. Yeah, my oldest is 29, actually. Okay. My oldest is 29. And he's healthy, right? No smoking, yes. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, but this makes me angry because that company, it just doesn't tell people. They just give you the least information. You think that everything is great, and then, right?
Yeah.
And you got a 20 or 30 term for him.
I think it was a 30.
And how much you paying?
57.
Okay, let me just multiply that. Let's just 57 a month, okay? Because I always can beat their thing. 57 a month, and you've been and it's for 30 years, right?
Uh-huh.
So 57 multiplied by 12, that's 684, and then multiply by 30 a year. That's 20,520. That at the end of that, you're gonna be paid. You're gonna be paying. That 20,000 could be getting cash value in an IUL or whole life policy. So that's a lot of money. It might not seem a lot when you're seeing, oh, it's 50 something. No. And how much is he what do you call it? What is the death benefit?
150.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do a quote here. So 150, because I'm trying to compare apples to apples. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually met somebody else that that was paying a lot of money, but it's a term insurance. The baby, that's why I had to give her a quote, because that person is paying the same amount, but it's a term insurance for the baby. So you saw how that money grows. I'm just gonna put John Doe. And what year was he born?
1996.
Yeah, 96, right? So 1990. Okay, I'll put just 0102 1996. Okay, and it's male, Texas. But this makes me so angry every time I talk to people. It's just like, okay. Because I can just only the term alone. Let me give you something. I'm going to make a comparison in a quote for the same thing for term, just so you can see.
Okay.
30 years, death benefit. You said 150,000?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just so you can see the difference. So basically, right now, if you wanted the same thing, well, if you wanted a 150K policy, I could offer you the same, then better, with Nationwide for $21 a month.
Oh my God.
That's a big difference. I'm sorry to say that. And nobody listened to my Primerica video.
I did.
Well, you did, but like, again, and then if I give you a $250,000 term policy, I can give you a $250,000 term policy and you pay $27 a month. Heck, I can give you a $1 million policy. Let me just add that too. So you can see, because I was like, damn, these people are horrible. Okay, here. $1 million policy. I can give you the $1 million policy with Nationwide for $83. Wow. But that's $1 million policy. So you see what I mean? Seems, heck, it's a very big difference. So even if you want just a term insurance for your son, I can beat it. Hey, let me just tell you how much is $500,000, because you might be able to pay the same and have better coverage. Just let me go with the $500,000. So this is what I do in comparing, and I just compare apples to apples with the person that has another insurance, so they can see. Crazy, right? Because it's a huge difference. And then the $500,000, I could give you a policy with North American or Nationwide for $41 or $45 a month. I still beat it with a $500,000 death benefit.
Well, you know what? Why don't I DM you my number? Okay.
Yeah, let's talk, because then I can actually give you better stuff. But this pisses me off, because I'm here to help people and they don't explain any of this stuff. Did they tell you that doesn't accumulate cash or anything like that? They're taking advantage of people not knowing, because the majority of people don't know anything about any kind of financial literacy. And insurance is one of the things that are the best thing. But if you don't know, that's an example. And how long you been paying for that?
2.5 years.
Well, you're still early to get out, and you will not get any money of that you pay back. You just, if you want to go with us, and I have all these carriers, okay, North American, Nationwide, the best of the best. All you do is cancel if you want to get in, you want to go with us, because at the end of the day, I give you a quote, no surprises, no surprises, and I explain things. And you saw the baby one, right? I mean, seriously, that baby, like, that's what we call it, the $1 million baby.
That's the best gift a grandparent could do. You know, I mean,
that is financial. That's financial literacy. That's actually an exit strategy. That's generational wealth. That's what the rich do. But yeah, I was gonna get out of here anyway. So if you want, if you don't have, do you have any time?
yeah, I have time. I'll just.
So I'll send, just message me, because you know I don't ever message anybody, and then you and I talk by phone and stuff, okay? But I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you. And you see, this is an example of why is it that it's important whenever you get into something that you're sure that you get more than one quote. You don't have a choice. You don't have, if you only have one choice, that's not a choice. That's a mandate. So I'll let you there. And remember, I will never contact you first. Please, please, please follow me. And if you need anything and you're in Texas or Florida or any of the other states, like, I don't know, I know North Carolina is one, then contact me and I'll give you a free quote. No obligation. Take care. Bye.